If you're looking, sorry, ma'am. Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes.
If you're looking for a helping hand, there's one at the end of your arm. The world is evolving daily. One needs to adapt to remain pertinent, and there is none reaching their arms to help. A hearty welcome to our dear principal, Dr. D. Paul Dhayabaran, our beloved Dr. Shobana ma'am, dear Dean of Arts and the head of our department, our lovable Dr. Suresh Frederick, sir, Dean of Research and Development and UG head, our amiable Dr. C. Dhanapal sir, Dean of Training and Placement and coordinator of the department, and all our adorable teachers, learners across our department, and my dearest classmates to the Valediction of B.U.I.L.T program. As the psalmist says, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good and his mercy endures forever. Let us start the Valediction program with the prayer song, thanking the Lord Almighty, and with a word of prayer for his guidance. May I ask the class choir to lead us in the prayer song, followed by Miss Stephanie Davis to say a word of prayer.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the words thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder that brought to earth the universe display. My soul, my spirit glad to be. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my spirit glad to be. How great thou art, how great thou art. And when I think that God His Son was buried, sent Him to die, I scarce can take it in. That on the cross, my burden gladly bearing, He bled and died to take away my sin. This is my soul, my spirit glad to be. How great thou art, how great thou art. This is my soul, my spirit glad to be. How great thou art, how great thou art.
May I request Stephanie Davis to lead us in prayer.
Let us all bow down and close our eyes for a word of prayer. Dear loving and merciful Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for giving us this precious new day. Lord Father, thank you for giving us this opportunity to gather together for this built valediction, Lord. Lord, we thank you, Lord Father, for this journey, Lord. Father, thank you for giving us the grace to come this far, Father, Lord. Lord, we thank you for our teacher, Lord Jesus, for their motivation and guidance, Lord Father. Lord, we thank the students, Lord. We thank you for the students who had participated with us, Lord Jesus, in this journey. Father God, Lord, we pray that that we would glorify you in this event, Father Lord. Lord, I pray that you would bless each one of us, Lord Father. Lord Father, we pray for the connectivity in this meeting, Lord Jesus, Lord Father, that Father Lord, the things will be smooth, Father Lord. Lord, thank you for giving us this precious day, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, choir. Thank you, Steffi. Seeing all these vibrant, smiling faces, it reminds me that the smile is a universal welcome. May I have the pleasure of inviting Miss Gracia A.T. to deliver the welcome address.
A pleasant good evening and greetings to each and everyone present here. Really, I am very happy and grateful to God Almighty for giving us all good health and enabling us to meet like this during this time of pandemic. I'm extremely overwhelmed to get this opportunity to address you all on this auspicious B.U.I.L.T valediction occasion by III B.A. English Aided. On behalf of III B.A. English Aided, I am much privileged to welcome our most respected principal, Dr. Dhayabaran, a man filled with concern, care, and love towards everyone. He had been our supporter and motivator throughout our endeavors. We express our gratitude for accepting our invitation to grace this occasion. Hearty welcome, sir. I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Shobana, Dean of Arts, head and iron lady of our department, who nurtures and disciplines us as her own children. We are pleased to have you with us, ma'am. I welcome wholeheartedly Dr. Suresh Frederick, Dean, Research and Development, UG Head of the department, and Dr. Dhanapal, Dean of Training and Placement, Head in charge of Shift 2. We are delighted to have you both amongst us on this occasion.
Thank you very much.
Hearty welcome to the one who cheered us to organize this innovative program called B.U.I.L.T. Dr. Annie Karunya Bagyam, Assistant Professor of our department, Coordinator, and the backbone of this B.U.I.L.T. program. It's my pleasure to welcome our class teachers and all the faculty members of our department who encouraged us from day one of this program. A big welcome to all my fellow trainers who put their heart and soul for the success of this B.U.I.L.T. And I also welcome all my dear friends of III B.A. English Aided. I cordially welcome the learners of B.U.I.L.T program. Without you, this would not have happened. Welcome everyone. Once again, I welcome each and everyone, hoping that you all will enjoy this wonderful time with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gracia. Modern problems require modern solutions. Hope that we as a class have found a solution with the luxury of being seated in our homes. May I have the pleasure of asking our dear principal to unwrap the memento. Excuse me, sir, your mic is muted. Thank you.
Thank you for the nice word of welcome. Yeah. Annie asked me to open only now. Just a moment. Thank you so much. Thank you for the nice memento. I think it was prepared by Vidya. Thank you, Vidya. Great work. And you also gave two balls, maybe bottles containing, I do not know what it actually. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
sir.
kind of you.
Sir, that is a graphite art, sir. Like
Okay, yeah.
graphite art. B.H.C. It is in one. It will be B.H.C.
Yeah.
And another one, Dr. Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
And
So
this is made. The graphite art is made by a learner, sir, and the art was made by the trainer Heber. Graphite art was made by a learner. Aparna. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Annie. Thank you all. B.A. English aided guys. Thank you so much for your effort, for your love.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for taking the extra bit and explaining to sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
As of now, we would like to digitally present the mementos to our beloved head, Dr. Shobana ma'am, and our UG head, Dr. Suresh Frederick sir, and our beloved Dr. C. Dhanapal sir, the coordinator. The memento would reach your respective residences soon. Due to the pandemic, we could not deliver it to you in hands. Sorry for the delay.
Thank you. Which one is for me?
The second one, sir.
Okay, okay.
The class of III B.A. English aided, with the help of our class teacher, Dr. Newton Raja, and with the assistance of our professors, are about to bring out the class magazine for the year 2021. It is to be noted that every individual has contributed for the magazine. May I have the honor of inviting our respected principal to launch the teaser of the magazine. Thank you, sir. We promise to deliver the hard copy of the same sooner when everyone gets vaccinated and are healthy. The destination has been reached. To know about the journey, may I have the pleasure of inviting Dr. Karunya Bagyam, the think tank, to share her experience of making this possible and successful.
To God alone be the glory. And in case I'm bragging a lot, I request the MC to prompt me in the chat box. Okay, I'll try to be brief. I just the principal sir asked me how did he get that idea. So I just want to narrate the sequences behind that. I was a class teacher for this batch during the second year, and during the second year I did not know much about them because and that was my first year of experience as a class teacher. And we got to know more during the pandemic time. And I was in charge of the paper called writing skills. And as soon as when I had to handle the paper writing skills through online, my first mind voice was paper sittiche. That was my mind voice, thinking that how am I going to handle writing skills through online? And but this class is a very special class. They showed great response to me. And for any kind of activity I gave them, they did it in a very wonderful way. And the first assignment which they did gave me the confidence that they are something different. And I just like I request Gladson to show the video gingerbread. This was an asset. Now Gladstone will share the video of gingerbread. This was an activity given to them where they have to write a script with the help of a line given in the middle. Okay, they have to build a script, and the script given to them was "She's far too big to get a rip." And when I asked them to write and give an assignment, they developed a video for that. Okay, and that was the starting point. Gladstone, please share that.
In a small village lived a girl who had a cute dream of building a toy house made of gingerbread. She lived with her father, her mother, and her sister, whom she loved dearly. One day, she went to visit her grandmother. The girl hugged her grandmother tight and gave a kiss on her cheek.
Hello, Granny. How are you?
I'm good, dear.
They exchanged some pleasantries and she disclosed her dream to her grandmother.
Granny, you know what? I have been dreaming to build a big gingerbread house with beautiful windows. It should also have a door so that I can open and get in. Granny, can you help me to make 1,000 gingerbreads?
Anything for you, my dear. Just make sure that you get me these ingredients, but don't go alone to the store.
Girl with sheer excitement rushed to her father, told him all about her dream, and asked him to take her to the store near her house. So the girl grabbed her father's hand and he went to the nearest store. To the shopkeeper, seeing the list her daughter has given to her.
Hello, mister. We would like to buy a lot of flour, sugar, and all the ginger you have.
Why do you need all these? Are you gonna throw a feast?
No, Uncle. We are going to build a gingerbread house with beautiful windows and a small door for me to go and sit inside it.
That's quite a beautiful idea. I would like to see your house after you build it.
They bought all the ingredients from the shopkeeper and returned home. Lucy gave all things to her grandmother. The grandmother asked her daughter to come and help.
Coming, mother. I will help you to make those biscuits.
They started to bake those breads in the morning, and it was nearly lunchtime when they made 1,000 gingerbreads. Lucy was excited. She collected all the gingerbreads. Then her sister entered the kitchen and she too joined in the excitement when Lucy told her all about her dream about building her dream gingerbread house. Susan collected all her tools and went with Lucy. They started to build Lucy's dream gingerbread home on their backyard with huge breath.
It is finished at last. Behold, we've built your dream gingerbread house.
I'm going to go inside and see around.
Saying this, she opened the door and she went in. She invited Susan in too, but she was far too big to have her in. Lucy noticed Susan's face getting dull. She got out of the house.
If I am the only one who is going to be in this house, I don't want that because I'll get scared of being alone.
With confusion.
What shall we do with your dream house then?
Shall we start eating all these gingerbreads?
If you feel that way, then it's okay with me. Let's dig in.
They called their family and they brought plates, spoons, and tea, and they had a big pieces of gingerbread.
Thank you, class. So normally the class works in teams. Like we have divided the class into different teams comprising of boys and girls. Some teams will be exclusively boys, some teams will be exclusively girls, and all the teams gave their best. This was a class activity and they gave their best. And actually I did not anticipate this because in a regular mode, at least 3 hours will be spent for this activity to be over. Like I'll give time during the regular class to sit in group and prepare a script. But due to online mode, towards the end of my class only, I told them like next meeting, I am giving you a statement. You have to develop a plot and present it in the class. And actually, what I thought is that the class will not be prepared. And I was prepared with my own lecture, with my PowerPoint, thinking that the class won't be prepared. But this is a wonderful class. All of them were prepared out of the class. Okay, and the next day when I met them, they were ready with their scripts. And this was the video which gave me the spark. I understood that there is something special and different. They are highly talented. They know skills which I don't know. So it started with like that. And I just called Gladson and Emmanuel of this class. I knew that they knew some stuff in some stuff in computer. So I told them, like, you know things which I don't know. Why don't you share it with your classmates? At least even 3 to 4 people, if they are benefited, it will be good. And Gladson said, okay. And what I told them is, maybe you try to train 3 to 4 people, and I'll see that I'll get a certificate for you. And Gladson said, so even certificate is not needed, ma'am. We are just free. We'll be free to teach our own classmates. And he said, okay, we'll form a group. Let's put it open to the class. We'll ask for people to share the expertise in their own specialization. And they convened a meeting. Gladson and Abdick and others, they just convened a meeting. And to my surprise, in the first meeting itself, students were floating. They had so many ideas how to go about. Okay, and they gave me a list of courses which they will handle, and that was again startling to me. And so there are 2 teachers whom I have seen in the department who take some extra mile to connect with the students. All the teachers are efficient, but there are, like, I have seen Sheba ma'am and GP ma'am mingling with the students well, and they connect with the students. So I just asked the guidance of Sheba ma'am. I told them, ma'am, shall we, like, the students are having the ideas, shall we connect it as a course? How can we go about, like that? I asked her guidance. And Sheba ma'am said, first ask them to frame the syllabus, and then ask them to give a stipulated time, and then maybe you can go ahead. And then I put forth to the class, you are coming out with ideas, but you need a structured syllabus for that. And as soon as I told it, immediately the team was ready with their syllabus, and they were ready with the trainers as well. And then when I consulted with Parvati ma'am, see, they are interested in doing this, and they have framed the syllabus and other things. Parvati ma'am went through the syllabus, and what she said is, see, Annie, you should not restrict this to third BA alone. You have to throw it open to the whole department at least, because they are very systematic in the preparation of syllabus. Why don't you open it to the whole department? And under the guidance of Shiva ma'am and Parvati ma'am only, like, we formed a structure, and we opened the courses to the entire department. And as soon as I told Shobna ma'am and Suresh Frederick sir about this, they were very supportive. They immediately supported this idea. And so the B.I.L.T course was started like that. And the journey was a very smooth journey. I learned a lot from the trainers. I had the privilege of attending all the courses, and I see them as my teachers, because I did not have basic knowledge in most of the courses, but at least I gained inputs in all the courses. And they were very remarkable and in executing their plan. See, normally in any conferences, even in international conferences, I have seen some technical stack where the screen will not be shared properly, where things will not go according to the plan. But I think it's because of God's grace. We begin everything with prayer and we end with prayer because of God's grace. And apart from that, I think they are digital natives, right? So because of that, there was no technical snag throughout the B.I.L.T courses. Whenever a screen is shared, it was a pakka screen sharing. And then normally in any course, at least there will be some lapses in the schedule. At least 1 or 2 days will not go according to the schedule. But again, these kids are very special. They did not cancel a single class. And they were very, it went as per schedule. Not a single day was cancelled. And they were engaged with other activities as well. They were engaged in other activities like submission of assignments. They had their projects during their 5th semester. But in spite of that, still they were able to make up. One trainer will make up for the other trainer. So all these things I learned from them. And when I asked them to prepare a blog for the writing skills paper, they were immediately responded and said yes. And when I asked them to prepare a documentary for under the banner called Short Shots, immediately they, as teams, they worked and they immediately they considered. So their response was the motivation for me. And I gained a complete, like I trusted them. Gladson, you need not show the idea. I don't think we do have time for that. I won the I gained 100% confidence through another activity during the process of the class. That was, I asked them to create a creative advertisement as part of writing skills paper, and they were very much loaded with other activities, but still all the teams made it. And I just want to show one more video which gave me the trust that they are the best. They are highly talented people. I just want Gladson to share another video. I've seen this video at least 20 times. It's a great inspiration for me. And this was this video really yes, continue, Gladson. Yes. I feel that all of you would have felt that it had a professional type. For any kind of assignment or activity I gave them class, this was the response they gave me, and their response was the thing which cheered me up. Their response was the thing which cheered me up during the towards the conduct of the B.I.L.T program. Why I was very particular to conduct this valediction is my realization is they are very highly talented, and I want everyone to know that that's the reason for that. And for what their response only, it's more than me being a facilitator. I personally feel that they are my trainers. I have learned a lot from them, and all this happened is in response to their how they responded to me. So I thank III B.A. for that. And now let's move on to the promo of the B.I.L.T program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Let us pass through the vista of memory lanes down the lane. May I request the technical team to play the report video in a while.
B.I.L.T report. The B.I.L.T Buddy Upliftment Incorporating Learning and Teaching, a peer teaching initiative, was initiated and organized by Dr. or Annie Karunya Bagyam during the time of pandemic to engage and motivate students. The students of 3rd B.A. English Aided were instrumental in conducting these B.I.L.T courses. Mary, Jerusha, Gladson, and Abrig Ligi were the coordinators of this B.I.L.T program. The 26 trainers from 3rd B.A. English Aided offered 12 courses ranging for a week to 10 days through online for the students of Department of English from September 2020 to January 2021. Feedbacks were collected from learners and it encouraged the trainers in bringing the course successfully. The courses are Clash of Cultures, Starter Kit for Online Learning, Basic Keyboard, Blogging for Beginners, Basic Malayalam, Calligraphy, Cooking and Baking, Creative Writing, Basic French, Acrylic Painting and Micro Art, Basic Hindi, and Basic Guitar. More than 150 learners benefited from this venture. Apart from acquiring basic knowledge, the learners were also channelized in the right pursuit of greater knowledge through their respective courses. Some of the courses facilitated the learners to acquire life skills like cooking, entrepreneurial skills like creative art and writing. The initiative also boosted the confidence of the trainers and widened their horizons in exposing their talents and skills. On the whole, this B.I.L.T course proved to be of great use to the student community.
Clash of Cultures report. Sam Daniel of 3rd B.A. English Aided delivered lecture on various topics of culture and its connection to daily life. Clash of Culture course aimed to study the deeper roots of culture and its various traditions and how every culture might be different from others and still be right. Topics for discussion based on days of the classes were as mentioned below. Day 1. What are culture and tradition? Differentiating culture and tradition. A broader understanding of culture and tradition. Day 2. Generalization. Stereotyping. Worldview. Indian or state view. Day 3. Cultural differences between India and the USA. Food, dressing, schooling, and daily life. Day 4. The clash of cultures. Various methods of analyzing their difference. Day 5. Tools to suspend judgment. Dive in. Practical understanding. About 60 to 70 learners participated in this course and were very active and enthusiastic throughout the program. The course was conducted for 1 hour 30 minutes from 14/9/2020 to 18/9/2020. Starter Kit for Online Course Report. The trainers Gladson, Benito Sam, and Pon Caleb engaged the sessions for Starter Kit for Online Course for 6 days from 21/9/2020 to 26/9/2020. Around 50 learners actively participated in the course. As any starter kit does, it throws light on the how about of online platform. The topics include the hardware of devices, applications, Google company, privacy, and how the internet works. At the end of the course, the learners had learned the following: how a mobile phone works, regarding the physical aspects, the software part, etc. Some useful mobile applications, an overview about the entire Google company and its apps and working of internet. A class was spent on learning privacy, how to be more secure on internet. The learners were also taught on basics of photography and command prompt. It was an enjoyable as well as an informative session for learners.
Basic Keyboard Report. The Basics in Keyboard was held from 28 September to 2nd October 2020 between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. by Abraham Newman of 3rd B.A. English Aided. More than 40 learners attended the course. Learners learned the ports of keyboard and the difference between the white and black keys in the keyboard. The learners gained inputs regarding the details of quality and budget-friendly keyboards, major chords, minor chords, and varieties of rhythms. Question and answer session at the end of all classes focused on the doubts regarding the basic nuances in keyboard. Blogging for Beginners Report. The Blogging for Beginners was trained by Emmanuel Gifton Vijay, Grace Elizabeth, and Heber of 3rd B.A. English Aided. About 62 learners participated for the 3-day workshop conducted from 6th October to 8th October 2020. The learners were introduced to create blogs, microblogs, and content calendar and to monetize a blog. The learners were also taught to create a blog using WordPress. At the end of the course, almost every learner created contents for microblogs as part of their assignment assigned by the trainers.
The Basic Malayalam Report. The Basic Malayalam course was conducted from 12/10/2020 to 17/10/2020 with around 70 participants. Bhakyamiri and Snidhi Shanmugan of 3rd B.A. English Aided were the course trainers. The course aimed at teaching the basics of the spoken and written part of the Malayalam language. All the learners actively participated throughout the course. Assignments were given for their practice and feedbacks were collected. By the end of this course, learners learned to write and speak Malayalam with confidence. The Calligraphy Report. The 1-week online calligraphy course was conducted from 19/10/2020 to 23/10/2020. Around 70 learners actively participated in the course. The learners were trained by Ahalya, Nisha, and Lindsay of 3rd B.A. English Aided. The learners were introduced to the basic cursive writing, italics font, style caps font, small style letters, and few basic border designs. The learners were active and attentive throughout the sessions. As a part of their assignment, the learners submitted 3 styles which they learned from the course.
Cooking and Baking Report. Cooking and Baking course was conducted for 5 days between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. from 26/10/2020 to 31/10/2020. Though it was a 5 days course, the 4 trainers, Ilantika, Fancy, Abhishek, and Gracia, covered various cuisines like South Indian vegetarian, non-vegetarian, Chinese style, and baking. 60 students participated in the course. The learners were exposed to 10 different recipes which include cakes, biscuits, chicken nuggets, white sambar, curd curry, ghee pulao, green chicken, Chinese bale, Chinese vegetarian chop suey, and Chinese tofu. The majority of the recipes were taught as live sessions and some with the help of video presentations. For the live sessions, the trainers posted the required ingredients on the previous day's class so that the learners would get ready with all the required ingredients. Around 7 to 10 learners cooked along with the trainers in their private spaces during the live classes. Others tried the recipes after the classes. During the live classes, learners were asked to raise their doubts and questions whenever they needed clarification. Trainers were also very much concerned about clarifying all their doubts. At the end of the class, the learners who were trying the dish simultaneously presented the snap of their dish. The trainers were so much surprised and happy on seeing the outcome of their dish. The learners were also asked to give feedback on taste and the process of doing. Everyone shared positive feedback for all the recipes. They were asked to post snaps of the dishes they prepared in the WhatsApp group so that others will also get motivated. The trainers took an extra step by creating and posting useful daily health tips and fun facts regarding food throughout the course. Every morning, the health tips were posted in the WhatsApp group, and at the end of the classes, fun facts were presented by the trainers. At the end of the course, the learners were asked to submit the snaps of their recipes as an assignment. Many have submitted theirs, and some have uploaded many dishes which they have tried after our classes. Learners actively participated in all the 5 days of classes of this course. The overall experience was good, and it provided both the learners and trainers a platform to enhance their skills. Though this course, cooking and baking, was conducted online, the positive responses from the participants chilled the trainers. Creative Writing Report. Creative Writing was the 5 day workshop from 2/11/2020 to 6/11/2020 for 2 hours. The learners were trained by Jensi, Shekina, and Devi Minal of 3rd B.A. English Aided. The main objective of this course was to open up the students' creativity and expand their potential. The learners were exposed to spoken word poetry, microfiction narrative, free verse, one liner, and poetry. Learners were taught through games and activities. About 42 learners actively participated and involved in every activity assigned by the trainers.
Basic French Report. A 10-day basic French learning program was organized from 9th November to 20th November 2020. Deepika and Srideshni of 3rd B.A. English Aided handled these sessions. It's concentrated on the elementary level of French learning like phonetics, pronunciation, words, numbers, grammar, family members, and colors. Over 37 learners attended the workshop. Quiz and assignments were given to test their understanding of the lessons. Learners developed interest in French language, and the program turned out to be successful. Acrylic Painting and Micro Art Report. Acrylic Painting and Micro Art course was conducted to bring light to our fellow learners' creative side. Generally, learners had an interest and a vague idea about painting and micro art carving, and this course helped them to get a clear and basic idea on both painting and micro art. This course was taken by Heber from 30th November to 4th December 2020. Maximum of 42 students actively participated in this course. She acknowledges this being my very first experience as a trainer. The active participation of the learners made my experience an amazing one. I was happy on sharing the knowledge that I have been gaining through my 4 years of painting and micro art experience. The learners were taught the basics like types of brushes, papers and sheets, different sizes of pencils, blade models, gradation methods, and blending colors. Daily classes with a live demonstration of painting and micro art, and all the doubts and questions raised by the learners were clarified. The learners submitted a painting or micro art based on the methods taught in the course as a part of assignment, and they were happy with the learning experience.
The Basic Hindi Report. Basic Hindi course was conducted by Deepika, Dhayabaran, Jerusha, and Stephanie Davis of 3rd B.A. English Aided. The course was conducted from 9/12/2020 to 15/12/2020 between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Learners were taught about the 4 basic skills for effective communication. The learners were also taught on numbers, alphabets, fruits, flowers, animals, basic dialogues, basic grammar, daily used words, action words, and questioning words. 28 learners eagerly participated and were enthusiastic throughout the course. As a part of their assignment, the learners were asked to frame several sentences using questioning words. The Basic Guitar Report. The basic guitar course was conducted by Abrick and Harris Jones from Monday to Saturday between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. from 18/1/2021 to 22/1/2021. Learners were taught on music theory, chords, techniques, and positions. About 15 learners eagerly participated and were enthusiastic throughout the course. As a part of their assignment, the learners learned and played a song taught by the trainers.
Thank you, Caleb, Gladson, and Gracia for the sharp and crisp videos. Thank you, Abrick, Jerusha, and Bakya for the voiceovers in the report. Words of wisdom from you have always been a guidance throughout our UG years. I consider this opportunity a privilege to invite our beloved principal to deliver the presidential address.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes,
Thank you.
Beloved Dr. Shobana, Head of English Department and Dean of Arts, beloved Dr. Suresh Frederick, the UG Head and Dean for Research and Development, dear Dr. Dhanapal, the Coordinator of Self-Financial Wing of English and the Dean for Training and Placement, beloved Dr. Annie Karunya, the class teacher of III B.A. English Aided, and the lady who is instrumental for this beautiful event to happen among students of III B.A. English. And my dear student friends of III B.A. English, belong to the batch 2018 to 2021. Good evening. My warm greetings to all of you. It's a great joy and privilege. I consider this as a great privilege for me to associate myself with all the student friends of that B.A. English along with the faculty of English. As you conclude this wonderful program, which you name it as B.I.L.T, Buddy Upliftment, Incorporating Learning and Teaching. First of all, I must appreciate Dr. Annie thoughtfully making use of this pandemic time, this online environment of teaching and learning for the benefit of the student friends of III B.A. English Aided. Of course, it is how I always used to say, in life, we come across a lot of hurdles, a lot of problems. But by His grace, we should be able to convert all the problems, all the hurdles, all the challenges as compliments. Yeah, today we are very successful. Of course, every day we come to college. Of course, being aided batch, you come by 8:30. Of course, you come early, you attend classes from 8:30 to 1:10, and you have good time in the campus. Now, we've been rather completely paralyzed due to this pandemic COVID-19 for more than a year. And of course, for the past 3 semesters, of course, you did 3 semesters offline, the next 3 semesters online, isn't it? While we're about to complete the 4th semester, we just closed as if we are going to close only for a week, but we never turned up. I suppose we closed sometime during 3rd week of March, maybe 23rd, 24th March, hoping that we'll be coming back on 1st week of April, but it never happened. We had the end semester examination sometime in May. Then, of course, this academic year, 2021, throughout, of course, we have been to the campus just for a few weeks, just to have the feeling of the campus. And you had your 5th semester and just finished 6th semester through online. 50% offline, 50% online. But you are lucky batch. You learned plenty for your life. Is it okay? In a span of 5 months, from September 2020 to January 2021, span of 5 months, you have been equipped as many as 12 new things. I'm glad from your report, I understand that you got courses like acrylic painting and micro art, cooking and baking, class of cultures, calligraphy, blogging for beginners, creative writing, starter kit for online learning, basic French, basic Hindi, basic Malayalam, nice, basic keyboard, and basic guitar. I understand that. You got wonderful 27 talented boys and girls from the class of 1821 that be English. And you equipped 150 students with 150 persons. So 27 trainers involved themselves in 12 different events, maybe I would say courses, out of which 150 have been benefited. Of course, all of you have been benefited. Of course, even since we have Malayalam friends, Malayalam speaking friends, Hindi speaking friends, and French speaking friends, of course, all have a chance to listen to all these three languages. And of course, you learn basic keyboard, basic guitar, and many good things. And of course, nicely presented gift. I must thank Hedia. Maybe I prepared a nice gift to me for nice painting. It's wonderful. It is how, dear friends, whenever a problem comes, of course, you always say, of course, you're students of English, you know more than me. Problems always occur in bundles. I said, okay, yeah. Sometimes we get good things, one or two, but when problem comes, it comes only in bundles. But as students of English, as students of Chitpita College, and of course, you must think aloud and you must seek solutions for solving all problems. So that if you have mind, then you can provide solutions. You never succumb to problems. As students of English, you must think aloud. You must think aloud and you must overcome all difficulties. So at the juncture, once again, I appreciate and congratulate Annie, of course. She taught differently, and of course, it is how I wish every class teacher should emulate. I wish every class should emulate like Annie. And definitely, this time of crisis, we should think aloud and we must be able to apply ourselves. I'm glad the students of English applied yourself and equipped many good things in the short span of 5 months. Dear friends, of course, after your undergraduation, I hope many of you will join, will continue higher education. I wish some of you, maybe all of you, should continue our college. You should do a master's in our college. I would be very glad if you go to university or elsewhere to do your master's. Anyway, we always, as a principal of the college, I always welcome you to our college for doing your master's in English. So at the junction, I also thank and appreciate Dr. Shobana, Federal Report of English, Dean of Arts, Dr. Suresh Frederick, Dr. Tanapal for joining with Annie to encourage you, to motivate you in different dimensions. So I'm sure you can introduce this to a juniors. Some of you, when you come to PG also, we can make it. I'm not sure when we are going to have the normal classroom environment. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Now we have learned a new way of teaching and learning through online. Of course, hereafter it will be permanent, isn't it? We can have a lot of certifications. So while you are here in 3 years to get your degree in English, we spend 2 more years for getting a degree in English, in a master's degree in English. Anyway, now we understand that during this period, we can learn plenty of things for your life. In fact, Annie gave me a report. In that report, it's mentioned that some of the courses facilitated the learners to acquire life skills. Of course, we are here for your life only, isn't it? For your life only. I'm sure this will prepare you, of course, without straining much. You learn as many skills. You procure as many skills. That is what we have to follow in the education system. So once again, I'm really delighted to know the students of III B.A. English with the initiative by their class teacher, Dr. Annie, did a great job in these 4 months. In fact, when Annie shared me a long time ago, I was really surprised and I was very happy. So today, Annie was very much interested to have this function offline so that we can meet and greet each other. Somehow, there is no chance for it. Doesn't matter. At least we are met today. I wish I should meet you after some time. One day maybe when things are normal, and we have meet the students of that B.A. English and Annie and all of us to meet you personally. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your positive mind. Dear friends, you must have positive mind. Of course, because of your positive attitude, you did all this. I said, okay, all that matters. Attitude is all that matters to come up in life. English may not help you. I said, okay, I'm a mathematician. Maths may not help me. But the time you spend with your teachers, with your colleagues, with your friends, with your parents, that will help you. That will shape your frame of mind. That will give you a positive frame of mind. That only will help you to lead a happy life in this world. So always be positive, be optimistic. Don't be pessimistic even for a fraction of time. So okay, now we suffered quite a lot due to pandemic, isn't it? Many of us, of course, if we take the Heber family, many students' parents suffered, even students suffered, some got infected, but they recovered. In members of faculty, non-teaching friends got infected, they have recovered. In this time, we lost our senior security officer, Mr. Jaising, and we lost the parents of many of the faculty members. I think 10 to 15 faculty members lost their dear parents. Anyway, we must thank God for giving his very well protection. So, dear friends, I always used to say, you must have faith on God, isn't it? You must have faith on God. And you must believe yourself. And you must apply yourself. These days, young students are exposed to many, many, many good things. Hardly we practice. We practice for some time, then we forget it. I said, okay. So, dear friends, now we are exposed to many, many good things. And you are exposed to many good things. It's the time where you have to practice all the good things you have learned in life. When you apply all the good things that you learned in life, definitely, then you have a permanent happiness. You can be happy and you can make others happy. So as students of Heber College, first of all, you must be very happy, and you must make your parents happy, and you must make the environment where you work happy. That is the ultimate aim, the motto of Heber College. And ultimately, we always say, as Christian institution, what all we do it for the glory of the Lord. So at this juncture, once again, I thank Dr. Annie for inviting me to come to join this online meeting, to meet all of you, to greet all of you, to congratulate all of you. Congratulations. As many as 12 certifications you got in a span of 5 months. Of course, you have wonderful presentation. Of course, almost in every report I listen, you mentioned who are responsible for the, you mentioned the student friends who taught that program, and you also mentioned the number of beneficiaries. That's great. I'm sure you learned a few tips about these 12 activities. Sure, you will apply, you will learn more, and definitely you'll make Heber proud. Of course, some of you may go out, some of you may get into employment, some of you may become entrepreneurs, and if you want to do, some of you may do even other programs, some of you may join MBA, some of you may help in your family business. Anyway, I wish, normally I used to say to my students, you must have 5 years of higher education. Is it okay? That will help you. Normally in engineering, they do 4 years, but here you are for 3 years. I wish you should do 2 more years of education, and you can learn, you can procure as many skills as possible. Of course, people used to say, knowledge is power supreme. I said, okay, this is the time where you have to acquire more friends, more knowledge, and ultimately you should bring glory to the Lord. Thank you so much. All the best. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind words and the words of motivation. We assure you that we will follow your words as you have guided us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honest feedback is always a good critique to hone our skills, even better and even worthwhile. Here is a short glimmer of the feedback that the program has received. May I ask Gladson to present a small video?
Let me present the feedback presentation. This presentation is based on a total of 400 feedbacks that were collected at the end of each course. Taking the B.U.I.L.T program as a whole, 77% of students felt that it was awesome, while 18.75 felt it was good. The remaining percent felt that it was okay. 70% of the students understood the concept that were taught to them well. 24.5% were clear with the concept and the remaining felt okay. Some of the most repetitive and significant comments and suggestions are provided in the following slides. The Clash of Culture course provided a good learning opportunity for the students within a short span of time. The starter kit for online classes was highly informative and the reach was not quite as expected. For the basic keyboard course, the students felt that they could have some more day and the teaching was very good. Regarding the blogging course, the content was clear and the learners felt that a change in the time of the class would have had been better. The basic Malayalam was interactive and the students felt that more content would have been good. Basic calligraphy was taught crystal clear and the expectation was to make it as an offline course. It was highly impossible due to the COVID-19 situation. Basic cooking and baking course helped the learners to cook new and quick dishes with the minimal ingredients. The crowd felt it to be a very useful and they even expected more classes.
The basic creative writing was highly innovative and it gave a lot of knowledge inputs. The basic French was a great help to the learners and they were happy and the interaction from the students were less. The basic acrylic painting and pencil carving was a hit and it helped the learners to paint out their imagination. The basic Hindi provided to be an useful course and some expectations were there. The basic guitar class was interesting and the ideas and the contents were very easily conveyed. And a final feedback was asked from the students regarding their joining if a minimal fees had been collected for each course, to which there was a 61.5 percentage positive reply and a 38.5% negative reply from the students. Thank you.
Once again, a hearty thank you go to the technical team. Every student in the department looks up to you for your guidance and your instruction. A constant pillar of the department, I am honored to invite Dr. Shobana, Dean of Arts and the head of the Department of English, to address the gathering. Excuse me, ma'am, your mic is muted. Sorry, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Your mic is muted.
I'm sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, every one of the students and every one of the teachers who have gathered in this felicitation. Thank you, sir, principal, sir. You spared a Saturday afternoon for our students' sake and you were able to be with us. And students feel it a big happiness and the privilege to have you amongst them. Your presence is much appreciated by them, especially it's because they very much wanted to come to campus to have a physical gathering, meeting. They pretty much wanted it and somehow it could not materialize because of in April and in May, the collectorate, the district collector not wanting us to arrange for meetings, gatherings, and so it got delayed and then finally the lockdown came and so they were not able to make it and so they do carry with them a big regret not having come to the campus since they're in the last day. Anyway, I've told them they can always come in the month of July or August as a class and have a gathering here to make up for their regret. And so thank you so much, sir, for gracing this occasion in that context. Students very much appreciate your presence today and your words of encouragement to go with them forever. At the outset, I deeply thank Dr. Annie Karunya, the class teacher and the teacher in charge of monitoring this B.I.L.T program. And I've always believed that Annie was the brain behind it. Annie was a brain wave behind it, but Annie calls the students to be her brain waves. And so that's something interesting that I learned from Dr. Annie today. And she has got this idea of running this kind of a program only from students. She says that's something remarkable that she was able to, as a teacher, as a true teacher, identify this spark, the inspiration to teach in students. And students always rare to teach, earn to teach anything to, especially their own age groups, peers. Peer teaching is a wonderful thing to happen, my dear students. It's because peer teaching does something that teaching by teachers like us, or not your peers, by age at least, we cannot do. That is, we cannot, first of all, at the, as we begin the class, we begin a course, teaching a program, teaching a course, make a good assessment of the needs of the students. We may not be able to do it's because of the age gap. The age creates all kinds of gaps. Culture gap, culture created out of the age gap. That's something very strange to happen, but it happens. Because of that, most of the time end up miserably not being able to find out the needs of students. How to go about teaching a paper, we're not able to know till the end of the course, till we finish the course, till we finish a paper. And we may not have satisfied the needs of students until we've done with the paper sometimes. And it's only after we chat with students outside the classes that they come to know that students had expected something else out of a paper, be it literature, science, or anything. And more so in the case of literature, because it teaches values and morals. And students always expect the values and morals to be approached in a particular way. And we had never known that as old timers or as typical traditional teachers who only advocate morals and values through literature. And we've never given you an opportunity to make you to inquire about values and morals yourselves. We've never done that. And we end up miserably as failed teachers that way. And that gap has been amply filled up, I should say, by this kind of a program built. And I should thank the students, and I should thank Dr. Karunya, Annie Karunya, in that context profusely. My heart goes out to each one of you for having taken it up and having done it. Dr. Annie, of course, thanks the students for having given the utmost cooperation, as she puts it, in be it conducting the classes in time, conducting the classes regularly, not having to miss any of the classes, and doing the job well too, as we understand from the reports. And so thank you so much. Every one of them is what I would say repeatedly, how much I would tend to talk about this program. Thanks is all that we have in our hearts. And of course, you have blossomed as inquiring teachers. As you teach your peers, you inquire about the ways of teaching a thing and inquire about what to teach also. This inquiring mind, which you already have as students, has now come out in the form of teaching. And that's the only difference. And the difference makes a big positive difference. And that's wonderful. That which goes against advocating teaching, which we've always done. And it's a day of eye-opening for all the teachers, because almost all of us are traditional teachers. And we've understood how much we can make of students as resources to do a paper even better. And of course, B.I.L.T deals with anything other than the traditional or the conventional papers you have in the syllabus, but this can be applied to the syllabus too. And so in future, I'm given to understand that you will even blossom into great teachers of language, literature, linguistics, and whatnot connected to literature and language. And You will form groups thanks to this kind of an online facility, and teach each other. Teach each other. Teaching each other does not stop with just teaching. It's also building a relationship with each other, which has happened to a great extent. I'm able to see calling each others and connecting with each other, being able to bring out a report together, each reading his own, her own part, and coming to sing together, though we are separated physically and we are in our own places. We're able to do that. So relationship has strengthened a lot through this kind of a program. Is another great thing that I want to showcase today. And so I thank Principal Sir for gracing this occasion. Thank Principal Sir for an instant test, even those days when Dr. Annie came out with this idea. And so I thank each and every one of them. I thank Dr. Suresh Frederick. I thank Dr. Dhanapal. I thank Dr. Sheba. I thank Dr. Parvati and every other teacher who may have rendered a big support to Dr. Annie. And that's something wonderful. When we come together, of course, great things can be done. And I am reminded of a verse which embraces your word built, B.U.I.L.T. Verse, a Bible verse that comes in 1 Thessalonians 5th chapter 11th verse. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up. See how the word comes in there in this verse. Build each other up just as in fact you are doing. And so that is peer teaching, peer learning, coming together more closely, intimately, and building up a community of opening your minds and knowing the truth through knowledge seeking, and truth sets us free. And that's exactly where the ultimate happiness lies. And so thank you very much, each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for taking your time and thanking every aspect of the program. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, but thank you so much.
An amazing singer, a voice of sensation that has brought laurels to the department through his musical videos. Here is a refreshing clip from Mr. Vasant. May I ask the technical team to present the short video?
ஹாய் ஹலோ வாங்க வணக்கம் மக்களே, நான் உங்கள் வசந்த் கேஸ்ட்ரோ. எல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? எல்லாம் சேஃபாக இருக்கீங்களா? எல்லாம் காலேஜ் போக முடியல அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப ஃபீல் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பீங்க. அதுவும் பிஷேவர் காலேஜ் பிள்ளைங்க சொல்லவே வேணாம். சரி, இப்போ என்னடா சொல்ல வரேன் அப்படின்னு பார்க்குறீங்களா? வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லைங்க. நம்ம பிஷேவர் காலேஜில் வருஷம் ஒரு பெரிய ஈவெண்ட் நடக்கும். அது ஈவெண்ட்னு சொல்றதுல ஒரு பெரிய திருவிழானே சொல்லலாம். நம்ம காலேஜில் அப்படி என்னடா ஈவெண்ட் நடக்குன்னு கேட்குறீங்களா? வாங்க பார்க்கலாம்.
என்று சொல்வோம், அந்த சொல்லில் பெருமிதம் கொள்வோம். தீங்கற்ற தேசம் படைக்க நம் கைகளை இணைத்துக் கொள்வோம்.
என்னப்பா ரூமே ஒரே இருட்டா கிடக்கு. இயேசுவே உலகத்திற்குடியா வந்துட்டாரு. அப்புறம் எதுக்கே அந்த இருளு? இந்த லைட்டை போடுங்கப்பா.
ஹாய் ஹலோ வாங்க வணக்கம் மக்களே, நான் உங்கள் வசந்த் கேஸ்ட்ரோ. என் ஹீபர் சொந்த அனைவருக்கு இனிய கிறிஸ்மஸ் நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள். என்னங்க எல்லாரும் கிறிஸ்மஸ் காலேஜில் செலிப்ரேட் பண்ண முடியல அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப ஃபீல் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்களா? நானும் அப்படி தாங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபீல் பண்ணேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் யோசித்தேன், கிறிஸ்மஸ் காலேஜில் செலிப்ரேட் பண்ண என்ன, வீட்டில் செலிப்ரேட் பண்ண என்ன, நம்முடைய உள்ளத்தில் இயேசு பிறந்திருக்காருங்க. அதுதாங்க இங்கே ஒரு சந்தோஷமான விஷயமே. ஸோ எல்லாரும் ஹாப்பியாக இருங்க.
Thank you, team, for the compilation. Listening to your lectures have always been a delight, be it in prosaic pieces or pieces of fiction. You have always added your own magical flavors. Deeply honored to invite Dr. Suresh Frederick, Dean of Research and Development, and our lovable UG head to felicitate the gathering.
Thank you. Revered Principal, respected head of the department, learned colleagues, and my beloved students. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I wish to thank our principal for sparing his valuable time. You all know that he is the backbone of the college. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable suggestions and your wise advice. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you, sir. At this juncture, I also thank the head of the department for permitting this program. When Annie was interested in conducting this program, Dr. Shobna was immediately willing to allow this. So I thank her for that. I also wish to thank both second year and third year class teachers, especially Dr. Annie and Dr. Newton, both of them. Of course, we know that Dr. Annie played a vital role, and we also have Dr. Newton helping her. I also wish to thank at the juncture Sheba and Parvati, both of them were behind the screens. I wish to thank them also. So we have this program, and especially I wish to thank the students. As rightly pointed out by Annie, special students, and very enthusiastic and very creative. Thank you, third year students, for making this happen. And even the title B.U.I.L.T, nicely worded and a nice acronym. When I was just going through some quotations, I was able to get this Benjamin Franklin's quotation. Of course, it's a very long quotation. I truncated this. There are three types of people: immovable, movable, and those who move. Immovable, movable, those who move. So we have three types of people, but we have the second type of people, movable people, who join this. So really happy that they are ready to move. So they moved with the group and moved others, the trainers. So in the LT part of it, the last two letters, LT, learners and the teachers, or rightly pointed, trainers. So I congratulate and appreciate the LT group, learners and trainers. This activity should continue, and all should be blessed and benefited by this. At this juncture, I also wish to thank Dr. Newton for continuing with this class journal. So this is us, a beautifully worded title. I congratulate many students who involved. Dr. Newton used to talk about this and used to deliberate on this. He was telling me that Abrick played a very vital role, and Abraham, Deepika, Gladson, Gibson Vijay, Sam Daniel, and there are many people. I congratulate and I appreciate all these people who involved in bringing out this beautiful journal to continue with the tradition. And at the juncture, I just want to take up one more quotation. And there are two types of people who make it happen and others watch it happen. So we are the people who made it happen, and let the world watch it. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for reinstating the faith in us, and for every good word that you have spoken to us. Thank you so much, sir. A man of wit and a sense of humor, we have always admired your tongue-in-cheek counter while you teach, which helped us to ease the pressure of learning as well as remembering the lectures. It is my utmost joy to welcome Dr. C. Dhanapal, Dean of Placement and Training, to cheer up the young minds with your wit.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I thank everyone for inviting me to this valediction program of B.U.I.L.T. The most respected principal of our great institution, esteemed institution, Dr. Paul Dhayabaran, sir. Respected head of the department, Dr. Shobana, UG head of the department, Dr. Suresh Frederick, learned class teachers and my colleagues, and above all, beloved students of III B.A. English Aided. I think a very good evening to all of you. You have done a very wonderful job. Everyone was impressed. And I think you will be very happy to know that principal was so impressed with this idea when Dr. Anika came out with idea. And he mentioned it, principal sir mentioned it twice in the staff council meetings that Dr. Annie in English department is doing a buddy program like that. Okay, and so he mentioned it twice in the staff council meeting. That much impact I think you all have made through this program. And as far as my relationship with this class is something strange. I've never met you personally or physical classrooms. Our relationship is only through virtual mode or online mode. And in spite of that, I think the relationship went on well. I'm very happy that that relationship maintained. 10 or 15 years ago, there was a film, there was a movie, and in that movie, hero and heroine, they fell in love without meeting each other. I hope you know that story, okay, in which Ajit and Devyani played the leading role. They fell in love without meeting each other. And at the end of the movie, at least, they meet each other and they get married, etc., etc. Okay. In our case also, we have never met. I didn't get an opportunity to meet you in the classroom. Though here and there I met you. I met some of my wards and some persons who came to the campus. And at least the hero and heroine, they were married at the end. But here, unfortunately, due to COVID-19 situation, I think we are not able to meet we couldn't meet at all. We are continuing our relationship only through this online mode. Okay. But I know that this is a highly talented class, and I'm happy that I am associated with you in a virtual mode. Maybe very small programs, 1 week program or 10 days program or 15 hours program like that. But these programs, my dear students, you can very well take note of it. They are teaching us, they are teaching everyone some important life lessons. I think here you become teachers, we all become learners, we all become your students. At least 3 things I have learned, or we all have learned, or if we have not learned, we are going to learn it. What are those 3 things? The first one is humility. I think my classmate is teaching and I'm sitting as a student. That's what called humility. There is no ego at all. Okay, why should I sit in his class? What this fellow is going to teach? No such things in your class. And I think that is something great in your class. Humility, I think, that is something great. Even we all should learn from you. And then the second important lesson that one can learn from your course is self-esteem. When you become teachers of your own classmates, okay, so automatically your self-esteem improves. You become somewhat proud. Okay, I guided my own classmates for their MPhil programs. I felt very proud of it. And in the same way, in third year itself, you are teaching your own classmates, and that will certainly give you self-esteem at this age itself. I think I must appreciate you for this one. And teaching our fellow students boosts us our self-esteem. And finally, the third thing that everyone can learn from your teaching is you are what you call spreading knowledge and happiness. As you told in your report, whatever you have with you, you have Malayalam knowledge, you have Hindi knowledge, you have guitar knowledge, you are painting knowledge, and you are able to teach the difference between tradition and culture. Okay, even we we find it difficult to teach traditional culture. Okay, so many things you are sharing among your friends. Okay, so this is a world of selfishness, and but you are, in a very selfless way, you were able to teach your own students, your own classmates, and that shows the spreading of knowledge and happiness. And I think if we are in the classroom, we can see the smile on everyone's face. You are spreading that smile. So these three things: humility we have learned from you, self-esteem we have learned from you, and also how to spread this knowledge and happiness, how to spread this knowledge and smile on everyone's face. So I think I must congratulate, I must felicitate, I must appreciate for whatever you have done to our own student community and also for the teachers community. Okay, and what you have done is not, you have not done it in a childish manner. It is not done in a playful manner, and you have done it with what you call perfection. I think three characteristics I found in your report, or I found in your the way of conducting the courses, and I think you can pat on your own back for whatever you have done. The first one I have seen in your work is the utmost dedication, complete dedication. I don't know how you are able to get this much of dedication at this age itself. Okay, please accept my what do you call appreciation for this dedication. And the second one is not only dedication, the perfection. You have done everything in a very perfect manner, and I was amazed to see this perfection. And finally, you have not done anything in a half-cooked manner. It's so comprehensive. Everything is so comprehensive, and you are very clear. Maybe thanks to the guidance you have got from Dr. Annie, and you have done everything. You know what you are doing. That's very important. You know what you were doing, and that is the success of this course. Okay. So I must appreciate you. I must congratulate you for your dedication, perfection, and also comprehensive the course. And yeah, and this is, I think, the UGC is demanding what is unique about your department. What is unique about your department? And almost all the departments are struggling to find the uniqueness of the department. And I think if this is a starting point, and if it continues, I think because in order to prove that the department has something uniqueness, we need to run this course for at least the next 5 years. So if we are able to do it, I think we can show it as the uniqueness of our department, thanks to the efforts taken by Dr. Annie. Okay, and today morning, I received a note from Dr. Annie, sir, this is a course which is done by students, okay? And do not talk about me. Do not facilitate me. I know you very well, dear students. When women say no, I think it is yes. Okay. Po என்று சொல்லால் வா என்று சொல்லுகிறார் நீங்க சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா? Okay. So I think if I don't appreciate Annie at this juncture, I may miss an opportunity. Okay, so in spite of her warning, I want to say at least 2 or 3 sentences about Dr. Annie. Annie has shown, I think she took this class teachership only a few or 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago. And she has shown to all of us that she is an exemplary class teacher. She is as principal also mentioned the same thing in his address. Okay? She is an exemplary class teacher, and she has identified the talents of the students, and she is able to bring out those talents. And not just bringing out the talents, and she has done it with, as I told you, she has done it with what you call complete dedication. That's what, even this program which is taking place now, I think it goes on in a very, very meticulous way. Okay, very planned way it is going there. I don't find any hitch during this conduct of this program. Okay, I think she is an exemplary class teacher, and also she is able to identify the talents of these students, and with the help of her colleagues, she is able to bring out bring out those talents, and also make her students to share the talents with others also, and show that the whole class becomes a talented class. That's a great achievement, Annie. I think on behalf of everyone present here, principal, HODs, and all the students and all the teachers here, I can not only congratulate, not only appreciate, okay, and I also uh, think that everyone must take you as an example. Thank you very much, Annie, for doing this wonderful job. Okay. And at the end, I also thank our principal for encouraging our department to conduct this course. And it is because of his encouragement, we are able to do some wonders for our student friends. Once again, I thank all our students. I know, as principal sir said, you are not able to come to the campus, which is very much evident in one of the status I found from one of your classmates, Divya Bharati. Can I read it for you? Okay. So this is her small poem, Divya Bharati's poem. I think I will take permission from Divya Bharati to read this one. I know how much you miss our campus. It was our last exam. Today you wrote your last exam. It was our last exam. There were no group photos, no writing on t-shirts, no hugs, no final goodbyes, no constant struggles to keep a smile, no promises to be in touch. Our college life ended with just a click on a submit button. Okay. So I think we will meet again. Okay, as principal sir said, you can come back to our college for your master's program. We will have a wonderful what you call days in future. And finally, I would like to thank every one of you for giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot, students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for noticing even the minute details and giving more meaning to it by appreciating it to us. Thank you so much, sir. Now it is time for the much awaited moment. May I hand over the session to Divya Bharati for the next few minutes.
Thank you, Sam. As a part of the B.U.I.L.T program, we had 12 different courses that were conducted between September 2020 and January 2021. And more than 150 enthusiastic students of our English department enrolled and benefited from these courses. From the bunch of participants, we have handpicked a few spirited learners as the most vibrant learners of the Buddy Upliftment Incorporating Learning and Teaching program. I would like to, Gladson, can you please share the screen?
Just a minute.
Thank you, Gladson. For the basic Malayalam course, Harshavardhan S of 2nd B.A. English A and Jeevashri of 1st B.A. English A are selected as the most vibrant learners of the basic Malayalam course. Basic keyboard, Joshua V of 3rd B.A. English aided and Iron Greta J of 3rd B.A. English aided, Safia Banu Yam of 1st B.A. English A are selected as the most vibrant learners of the basic keyboard course. Clash of Culture, Fiona Selva Lindsay S. of 2nd B.A. English A and Yarini MS of 3rd B.A. English B are selected as the most vibrant learners of the Clash of Culture course. For the calligraphy course, Renupriya R and Ashwini BB of 2nd BA English Shaded are selected as the most vibrant learners. For the course Basic French, Akshaya V of 1st BA English Aided and Monica S of 3rd BA English A are selected as the most vibrant learners of the Basic French course. Creative Writing, Alvin Mark R of 1st BA English A and Rema Joyce Christina of 1st BA English Aided are selected as the most vibrant learners of the Creative Writing course. Aparna S of 1st BA English A and Jemima J of 3rd BA English Aided are selected as the most vibrant learners of the Cooking and Baking course. Starter Kit for online courses, GV Eunice of 2nd BA English A and Marilyn Dolly of 2nd BA English A are selected as the most vibrant learners of the Starter Kit of online courses. Basic Hindi, Kavya K of 2nd BA English B and Sarani Sri A of 1st BA English Aided are selected as the most vibrant learners of the Basic Hindi course. Basic Guitar, Sri Shanmati Ramkumar of 3rd BA English A and Sam Franklin of 1st BA English A are selected as the most vibrant learners of the basic guitar course. Blogging for beginners, GV Eunice of 2nd BA English A, Nandakishore Yam of 1st BA English A are selected as the most vibrant learners of the blogging course. Basics of acrylic painting and micro art, Marilyn Dolly of 2nd BA English A and Vashini Yes of 2nd BA English Aided are selected as the most vibrant learners of the basic in acrylic painting and micro art course. We heartily congratulate the most vibrant learners of all the B.U.I.L.T courses. Thank you, friends, for your effervescent engagement during the classes. Now, I would like to call Dr. Annie Karunya Bagyam, ma'am, to honor the trainers of the B.U.I.L.T program. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Divya Bharati. First and foremost, I congratulate all the learners of the B.U.I.L.T program. Without learners, there can be no trainer. So it is only because of your participation and involvement, the trainers were able to achieve this. So thank you for that. And at the outset, I thank all the noble hearts who attended this program. I thank the leaders of the department for their words of encouragement. And I thank the principal especially for the trust he had on me. Like when I went to get the certificate signature, he did not even read a single thing. He just signed and I got signature in around 30 to 40 notepads without reading. He signed, and I am really awestruck by this trust he has. Thank you, sir, for the trust you have in me. And I in this moment, I also like to thank Dr. Newton Raja, the class teacher of 3rd BA Aided. It was such a cordial relationship with him. Like without any ego, sir was supporting me in a very silent way. And thank you, Newton sir, for that. And it's time to just show my gratitude to all the trainers from whom I learned a lot. Okay, actually my vision was it should happen on a regular mode. I should stand down and do the commentary, and the trainer should go on the stage and should get the trophy as well as a certificate from the principal. But it could not happen. We could show it only as a film. These are the trophies for you, and I hope you can when you can meet in person. I hope we can collect it from you. Okay, and first I'll just like to thank the coordinators of the course. The coordinators of the B.U.I.L.T program are Bakyam Mary, Jerusha, Gladson, and Abrick Liji. They were the pillars behind the course. For a course to run, it needs a lot of process, right? So they created Google Forms and invited the students to apply for the course, to register for the course. And before the commencement of every course, they used to form WhatsApp groups and add all those students who have registered. And then after the completion of groups, they will dissolve the WhatsApp group. It was done in such a professional way. Jerisha and Bakya did the lead, and Gladson was the person who gave all the technical support. He was a tech savvy, and he was the prompter of the class, and he gave the technical support. Prompter in the sense, he always said, yes, whenever we suggest some idea, we need a person who says yes, otherwise it will become a flop, right? And it was Gladson was a prompter. And I also like to thank Abrick Liji. He is the leader. He is a leader of III B.A. He was the leader of II B.A. aided also. And not a single day he has let down his classmates. Things might appear to be as if he might be rude. Sometimes some people, it might appear like that. But he stood up for his classmates. He not a single day has let down. And he is a leader. And he brought all the students together. And this B.U.I.L.T program is completely a team effort. The greatest strength of this particular batch is their unity. Every class will have their bright students, but they might be apart. But here they were so united together. They owned this program. And because of that only, it became a success. So I thank you all the coordinators. Now moving on to the trainers, I'll just thank one by one. Sam Daniel. When I was in second year, I did not know about his background. Actually, he is a cultural ambassador. When he did his schooling, he was an AFS he was a part of a KLS program to USA. It is like a Fulbright scholarship which we have in college level. He was a part of a KLS program, and under the banner AFS International for Cultural Studies. And he conducted the course named Clash of Cultures. And that was the first course. It was so refreshing. Like with the course was planned between 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, but it never ended like that. It went on till 5. And all the learners were glued to his program, and like they did not have the mind to leave. Even I was like that. Okay, after 5 also, like it was so engaging and refreshing. And I personally benefited from him. When I was asked by my friend to give a guest lecture in her college, I just made use of the slide, which one of the pictures which Sam Daniel used for presentation. And it so happened the principal of that college happened to attend that my presentation at that time, and the principal gave a thumbs up signal for that particular picture. So again, as I say, I benefited from the trainers. So thank you, Sam, for that. And he also has plans for extended program. He has built a syllabus for a 30-hour course. And if possible, I ask all the leaders to stay after the program. Maybe he will show his plan. And then moving on to the next course, Gladson. Gladson is as I said, he's the prompter of the class. He is a tech savvy, and he handled technical aspects in mobile as well as in things related to internet. And I have attended, as being after this online would started, I have attended a lot of courses which are given by experts regarding the technicalities of online classes. And he was on par with that. Okay. And he, like normally for such programs, people charge at least 2,000 rupees. They pay at least 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees to the trainers. But he was so knowledgeable, and he was on par. He was without paying any money, we were able to benefit from Gladson. Thank you, Gladson, for what you are. And Benito Sam, He is the photographer of a class, and he is also a tech savvy. And the conversations between Gladson and Benito Sam were really engaging and informative. And moving on to Pon Caleb, he was he did his he gave us shared his knowledge on command prompt, and he is the master behind all the technical videos, be it the promo of the B.U.I.L.T program or the teaser for magazine. He created it. He is so professional, and I hope all would have loved the promos. So thank you, Pon Caleb. And Abraham Newman. Abraham Newman is a trainer for basic keyboard. Yes, small anecdote about Abraham Newman. He practiced keyboard before owning a keyboard on his own. It seems how he started learning keyboard is he used to draw the scales on paper, and he used to type, he used to press and see, imagining that this is C scale and C major and all those majors. And even while traveling in bus, in the bus railings, he used to imagine that this is C chord, this is B chord, and he used to practice. That's how he started. And he's an excellent keyboard player. Thank you, Abraham. And next is we'll move on to the blogging team. Emmanuel Gifty, he's a scholar. He's very strong in academics. He's good in book reviews, and he's interested in music as well as creative writing. Thank you, Emmanuel, for sharing your expertise. And moving on to Grace Elizabeth. She is a good actor. She can act like a child, and she is very much interested in art and architecture, and she shared her expertise on blogging. Thank you, Grace. And next is Hidia. Hidia conducted 2 programs. She conducted she was one of the resource persons for blogging as well as for acrylic painting. And she's a very good. She's very good in a lot of extracurricular activities. Thank you, Hidia, for sharing your expertise. And moving on to the French trainers, Deepika. Deepika is very versatile. He's a Carnatic singer, district level shuttle player. She writes a lot, and she's expert in French as well as Hindi. And see, one of the aspects which I observed from the trainers is when I got their resumes, I was dumbstruck, because what I felt is they're more talented than me. Most of them were toppers in school, and most of them were very good in sports, and they were multifaceted. That was really amazing. Normally, there is a mindset people choose. Maybe when I was doing my B.A. English, my general mindset was people who don't get admission in other courses, they join English literature. But this batch is not like that. We have at least 4 to 5 school toppers or district, including district toppers in this class. So that's really amazing about this class. And moving on to Sri Darshini, she is a French expert, and bonjour, Miss Sri Darshini. And then next, moving on to the cooking and baking team, Gracia. She is very good at doing handicrafts, but she's good at technology also. She's very good at handicrafts, cooking, and technology. It's a very rare combination, and she plays badminton also. So that was really, it's a very, that shows a versatility. And she is the one who designed all the certificates. And a big thank you to Gracia for that. Thank you for the efforts you took, Gracia. And the next one is Abhishek Jonah. He is the male chef of a class. He is very much talented in Chinese recipes. He taught us very delicious Chinese recipes. And he's such a responsible person. He earns on his own right now. Thank you, Abhishek. He does babysitting and he earns. Okay. So that's about Abhishek Jonah. And moving on to Ilantika. Ilantika, she is a district level Kho player, and she has won many medals for athletics. And she is very much talented in Indian cooking, Indian style of cooking. Thank you, Ilantika, for sharing your expertise. And Fancy Gifty, she is very good in sports, and she taught us a lot of non-veg items. Thank you, Fancy, for sharing your expertise. And then moving on to the creative writing group. The creative writing group was a very active group. They continued their sharing their writing even after the completion of the courses. Fancy Gifty, again, she is a topper in school, and she is very good at doing MC. Even when she was in a 4th standard, it seems she got the appreciation from a very notable personality in her locality. So thank you, Jency Princess. And Shekaina, she is good in calligraphy. She got the best prize in calligraphy, and she has published a lot of e-journals, e-magazines. Thank you, Shekaina. And Deva Meena, she writes regularly, and her writing is very intense, and she was an app trainer for creative writing. Thank you, Deva Meena. And moving on to calligraphy team, Agalya was a topper in school, and she is a polyglot. She knows many languages. She is a Bharatanatyam dancer, and she has won prizes for singing also. So such a versatile personality, Agalya. Thank you, Agalya, for sharing your expertise in calligraphy. And Lensi Cherian, she is self-employed. She handles tuition on her own, and she knows Malayalam. And I like to thank Lensi Cherian as well as Nisha Rosilda. Actually, they were assisting the calligraphy team in our college, and they were paid for it, both Lensi and Nisha. But they were so generous to share the expertise free of charge. So thank you, Nisha and Lensi Cherian, for that. And Nisha, she has aims to she's very good in fashion designing, and I thank Nisha for sharing her expertise. And then moving on to Bhakya Mary. Bhakya Mary is a real inspiration. She studied in Tamil medium school. She was a district topper. But if you see her academic records, it's more than 78%. She is a challenge for the toppers in class. She's such a hardworking person, and she's a person who was not even able to pay the college fees, but her integrity and dedication towards the course was so much that to teach Malayalam, she got a board for 200 rupees. So that was really amazing. And thank you, Bhakya, for being one of the coordinators and for sharing your expertise. Thank you. And Smriti Shanmugan, she taught us the spoken Malayalam, and she is very much talented in writing, and I thank Smriti for sharing your expertise. And moving on to the trainers for Hindi, Dhayabaran. She is a school topper, and she's one of the toppers in college also. She's interested in writing, and I think Sir would have showed a sample, Tidita showed a sample of her writing. And she has played badminton at district level. And thank you, Dhayabaran, for sharing your expertise. Stephanie Davis, she is one of the class representatives. A very good compliment to Abrikli. And she was a trainer in Hindi. And yes, I have to share a short anecdote. See, they were on the verge of submitting a class project. So the build program was at 3 o'clock, and till 2:30 she was in the college department getting her project corrected by a guide. And I was asking her whether you would be able to make it, and she said, yes, ma'am, I will try. And I did not have much hope. I thought that day the class might be cancelled. But the other trainers, they made up for her, and she also went home and joined. So that was the integrity. So thank you, Stephanie, for all your efforts. And Deepika, again, I like to thank Deepika for teaching Hindi as well. She is the campus ambassador of My Captain. And thank you, Deepika. And Jerusha, she is one of the coordinators. She is a shuttle champion at school, like long time ago. And she is a recipient of the Governor General Award for guides. And she is very good in different kinds of painting. And moving on to Hidia. Hidia, thank you, Hidia, for especially for the mementos you got ready for the principal sir. And thank you, like the students really enjoyed your classes. She handled acrylic painting and art for one day single-handedly, and thank you, Hidia, for that. And moving on to the trainers of basic guitar, Harris Jones. He's a versatile personality. He's trying to do his music. He's trying for a fellowship in I think in Cambridge or some university. I hope he gets. And he is very much talented in guitar. And the last one is Abrik Liji. He was a trainer for he was one of the trainers for guitar. And as I said, I thank Abrik Liji personally for all the efforts he took. And he is very good, and he is a very good leader. And he is a great, he is very good at music. He knows to play guitar and violin, and he is a professional singer as well. So thank you, Abrik. No, I think I have told all, I have shared whatever in my mind about all the trainers. I thank each one of you. I benefited a lot from you. Thank you, dear trainers. And I wish you all success. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, ma'am. Now over to Sam Daniel.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Dhayabaran. It is time to listen to some of the feedbacks that our trainers had while they had their sessions. May I have Deepika first and then Hidia to share their experiences respectively.
Good evening, everybody gathered here. Personally, I had a wonderful journey with B.U.I.L.T, and I cherish the beautiful moments which I shared there. And I have experienced both as a mentor and mentee in this B.U.I.L.T program. And this B.U.I.L.T program has metamorphosized us from a student to a teacher. And now we have the opportunity to be in the shoes of teachers, and we feel and we understand how our teachers would have done the minute efforts in making us and in carving us into a beautiful sculptures. And we now value our teachers a lot more. And gratitude is the fairest blossom that springs out from the soul. And I would wholeheartedly thank this B.U.I.L.T platform for enabling us, and which has molded us into a better person we were than yesterday. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepika. May I have Hidia to share her experience?
Good evening, all. I'm Hidia. I've been the trainer for acrylic painting and vlogging course. This B.U.I.L.T course taught a lot to me, and I've started to evaluate the confidence that I have in myself. Being a self-taught artist, it requires a lot more of confidence and motivation, and I've got it so much from both the staff and the organizers, and also from the learners. Talking about the learners were so amazing that they were immensely active both in the throughout the course and also in the submission of activities and assignments. And it was more of an interactive session, and the whole team and the learners made it easier for me to honestly share whatever I've learned all these days. And one important thing is that while sharing teaching a skill, it requires a lot more of knowledge to be expressed. And this build course helped me a lot to explore so much about blogging and painting. And this was a complete new experience for personally for me and for so many trainers. And this build course surely adds up so much to my career and will also be a head start to my journey. Thank you all. Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hiria. Thank you so much, Deepika, once again for your feedbacks that you had for this program. May I have the learners who have benefited from this program to share their experience? May I first call upon Safia Banu to share her experience?
Thank you, Sam. Respected Principal Sir, HOD Ma'am, faculties, organizers of B.U.I.L.T Valediction, and my dear friends. Good afternoon all. I am Safia Banu, a former student of the Honorable Institution, here to tell you all a few lines about my super exciting keyboard class. I am now first year MBBS student of KMCH Medical College, Coimbatore. I had known few instruments like veena, harmonium, guitar, and had learned Carnatic and Hindustani music for a quite long period of 12 years. But I wasn't having even a bit of clue when it came to Western music before I enrolled for the course. The courses were handled in an orderly and regular manner. Many courses were handled one after another weekly. Each course tutors were third-year students of the department who never seemed like learners themselves. They were all experts in their own extracurricular subject, and so was my tutor, Mr. Abraham. Abraham Anna taught us the course, while Gladson Anna was the tech teacher, way more helpful and supportive for Mr. Abraham. He taught us basics, how to use the keys, how to finger them, notes in Western music, major and minor scales, major and minor chords, octaves, tricks in playing the keyboard, how to play a song on hearing it, and etc. etc. So many in just 1 week. He put a lot of efforts to give us perfect classes. It was unusual for a class which charged 0 fees to have such a sincere and talented tutor like him. He was so friendly, cleared us all our doubts without a frowning face, encouraged us to do well, made us involved in a very enthusiastic way so that it was never a one-way class. We learned basics and even some advanced things of the Western music in an easy way. I must not forget our Annie Karunya ma'am, who monitored every class sincerely and was there whenever we needed support and clarification. I thank you, ma'am, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to express my views and for remembering me and inviting me to this valediction. I would still continue with adding up how amazing this class was, but due to time constraint, I stop here. I thank the college administration, English department, Annie ma'am, Mr. Abraham, Mr. Gladson, and all the tutors and everyone else who had put their efforts to give us wonderful courses free of cost and an e-certificate too. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity and for your patience. Thank you.
Thank you, Safia, for your feedback and for your time. May I have the pleasure to call upon Alvin Mark to give his feedback?
Yeah. Good afternoon, all present here, and yeah, I thank all for giving me this opportunity to give a little feedback about this course which I have studied. This course is life-changing course for me as I was in darkness of failure, but the course gave me a light to see the success. Though many of you don't know who I am, but I can say I am doing my job great. Job? What? Yeah, I literally got a part-time job after doing a course in creative writing. Now I am a writer. I have written many books, more than 20 books I have written as a compiler, as a co-author, as a solo writer. I have written many books, and I'm currently working as an English judge for a writing community. So thank you for that opportunity to seek a job for my sake. And yeah, the course was really awesome. I learned new things about writing, each and every format of writing. There are many genres, like from poetry, short stories, many things I have learned from the course. And also I have learned basic French, basic Hindi, and guitar. Even that course helped me to learn some new things which I don't know. So thanks for it, and thank you all for listening to my feedback, and thank you God for giving me this day to give a feedback. Thank you all.
Thank you, Alvin, for your feedback, and wish you all the best in your endeavors too. May I have the pleasure of having Aparna to have her feedback?
I think we can move on to the next vote of thanks. Huh?
Thank you, ma'am. Even though our hearts are aching and are longing to have a little bit more of the program, but due to our sincere consideration for you to have a cup of tea and some more snacks to have some more time with your family, may I invite Jency Princess to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all. I'm Jency Princess, student of 3rd B.A. English, Bishop Heber College. Consider the occasion as an honor and privilege to extend the vote of thanks. First of all, my sincere thanks to the Almighty God for making today's event a grand success. With His blessing and grace, we made the event what it was. Once a great man whispered, feeling thankfulness and not expressing it is like a wrapping a present and not giving it. Today, I take the opportunity to put all my gratitude into words. I thank our respected principal, Dr. Dhayabaran, who graced us with his presence and guidance. Thank you, sir, for sharing with your words of wisdom. I mention our sincere sense of gratitude to Dr. Shobana, head of our department, who gave her vital time and grace for this meeting with her presence. I would also like to thank our beloved UG head, Dr. Suresh Frederick, for this moral support and guidance. We are very grateful to have you here, sir. Next, I would like to sincerely thank Dr. Dhanapal, sir, for his commitment and compassion for all the students. I also wish to express my gratitude to our first year class teacher, Dr. Shiba Princess. Thank you for all the year of guidance and advice you bestowed upon us. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I thank our second year class teacher, Dr. Karunya Bagyam, for providing encouragement and leading us so well. Next, I would like to thank our class teacher, Dr. Newton Raja, who has been our support system, and we are very grateful that you spend your valuable time dedicatedly to our class magazine works and for being a motivation for us. Next, I extend a big thank you to all the teachers who taught a great virtue to us, and we are all inspired by your great words. Thanks for all the guidance and advices. I thank all the members of editorial team of the magazine. I don't think it would have been possible to achieve the goal without every one of your efforts. You guys did a fantabulous job. Thank you for all your hard work. I would like to thank the B.I.L.T coordinator, Jerusha, Bakia, Abrikliji, and Gladson, who have been running around doing a lot of things. We have been fortunate to be assisted by our initiator and organizer of B.I.L.T, Dr. Karunya Bagyam. You have been a constant support and have given us a lot of encouragement. Thank you, ma'am. As a token of love, we, a B.I.L.T team, present a special memento to your ma'am. Kindly unwrap in front of us.
Thank you, Damages. This was a. I thank you for the. I did not want this to happen, but this is your program and you wanted to have it. So thank you, and it's quite special to me because it is made by you. So thank you. So I'll treasure this and cherish this till the end of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks to all the trainers who came up with the interesting and proper content, making our time productive. I would like to thank Sam Daniel for guiding us through this program. Thank you for all your efforts and support you have given throughout the magazine process. Thank you so much, Caleb, for all your hard work in creating videos for the B.I.L.T programs. Thank you, Gladson, for all the technical support you worked out for B.I.L.T. I thank Gracia for making B.I.L.T posters and certificate for all the courses. Thank you, Stephanie, for opening this event with a prayer. Thank you, Harris and his team, for praising God with your lovely vocals and instrument. Thank you, Shekinah, Hidia, Lindsay, and Nisha for making a memorable memento for professors. Last but not the least, I thank the representative of all the 3 years. You guys were a defenders and a pillar to our English literature 2018 to 2021 batch. Once again, I thank everyone for making this program successful. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Jansi, for your vote of thanks. May I please request everyone to turn on the videos for just for a second.
Sam
Yes,
Daniel,
ma'am.
1 second, Appa.
Yes, ma'am.
I blundered seriously not mentioning Dr. Newton Raja's name, your class teacher's name, in my talk. He deserves a big thanks from me, my deep appreciation as a class teacher who very efficiently handled not only his classes but handled the running of the classes, the conducting of the magazine writing, coordinating with the Annie ma'am too, whenever Annie ma'am needed support regarding B.I.L.T. And for everything, he was a big unseen support, for which I thank him from the depths of my heart. Deep appreciations to Dr. Newton Raja. On behalf of all of you, thank you very much, Newton. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sam, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, the dignitaries, for sparing your precious Saturday afternoon and being here for us. You all really made us very proud and happy. Thank you so much for this wonderful time that you have given us. May I just request everyone to please turn on their videos just for a second or two so that we could have a screenshot and make this day even more memorable. May I ask Gladson to assist us in these screenshots?
Yes, Sam. Yeah. Still, many of them haven't switched on their camera. Just a second. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gladson. Over to Annie Karunya.
Thank you. I thank each one of you who participated in this, and it was a great encouragement by with the principal sir is here. I thank principal sir for the valuable time he gave on a Saturday to be here. And thank you, Shobana ma'am, Suresh Fredericks. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sorry, sir, for taking away time. It went on beyond the schedule. Sorry, sorry, sir, for that. And I just wanted Sam to show some syllabus which he prepared. Sam Daniel, can you just share the content which you have for 30-hour course?
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, and HOD ma'am and principal sir for this opportunity. I was part of the KLS program in 2016-2017, and I had the privilege of being the cultural ambassador of India, representing India in the United States for a year. So there I had learned many things about cultures and how every single action that we take is based on our culture, and how it would be better if we understand our culture and tradition for a better and peaceful world. So this is a short 30-day program that I when ma'am asked me to prepare, I could prepare it from the help of the AFS, the parent body. I just planned it for a 30-day program with 1 hour each. uh, First I had the plan of starting with the introduction of defining what is the difference between a culture and tradition, and how every aspect, or what are the broader aspects of traditions and culture, and then maybe the constituents of culture like food, dressing, and people, and then the idea of stereotypes and generalization that we often confuse when we talk about culture. We sometimes have stereotypes about different culture, and how that could affect the point of view in which we look at different people. So that was one of the aspects. And the major thing that everyone should have to learn about a culture, or even for the basic day-to-day function, is empathy and listening. Many times we have the skill to hear people, but we do not grasp, or we do not have the mindset to listen. So I wanted to differentiate the key concepts of listening, and how to be more empathetic. And there were other details about how culture could be looked into different aspects, like the concept of people, situation, and culture, and various other major aspects of culture. So I had planned a program for 30 days, and if God willing, and if we have the chance, I'd be very much happy to take the course for the class. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, ma'am.
I thank each one of you for joining till now and for staying till now. To God alone be the glory. I was just an instrument, and it is all this was possible only with the pure God's grace. Whatever I have said might be secondary, but for the will of God, this will not have happened. So glory be to God alone. And, thank you, one and all. Thank you all for. I'm really overwhelmed by the response you have given. It's a great blessing to find favor in the sight of the leaders, and I'm really grateful that I have found favor in the sight of principal as well as the leaders of the department. I thank each one of you, and I thank you, the trainers, and all the learners who are staying till now. Thank you all, and let's meet in another occasion. Thank you. Shall we?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Are all the trainers here? At least shall we take a screenshot of the trainers alone? Is it okay, or shall we meet? Yeah, I think. Ma'am, shall we wind up, ma'am? Or
Ma'am, let's ask trainers to be here and others leave, ma'am. So we can take some screenshots, or we can do.
trainers alone, and if possible, all the teachers also please switch on your video. We can take a screenshot. Please switch on your video. Gladson, just can you prompt whoever is here?
Yes, ma'am. Idia, Liji, Jerusha, Vakia, Grace, Reno.
Is ma'am here?
Yes.
Newton, sir, please switch on your video. Gracia, all of you, please switch on your video.
Liji. Yeah. Snithi. Ilantika. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Yeah.
Okay, thank you all.
Shall we wind up, ma'am?
Yes, we can wind up. We can wind up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gladly you close the link there. Close the meet. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.